What up, good people? Today is Tuning and Tip Tuesday. Let's get into this video. The first one is the low oil pressure light. The low oil pressure light comes on. That means you have no oil in your vehicle, or you're low on oil. You are low on oil. So if that means if you're low on oil, that means you need to go to your local auto store or your local mechanic somewhere to top off your oil. Your low oil pressure light blinking, that means you have little to no oil in your vehicle, and you need to stop your vehicle immediately and go to your auto zone to go put some oil in there. And that means you may be whatever how many quarts that you are low on. So I know that happened to your boy Artofspeedd. So the second one is smelling burnt oil. If you are smelling the burnt oil smell, that means you have an oil leak somewhere. That means it's oil leaking on some metal part or hot part in the engine. And if that's the case, that means you have an oil leak. So you're gonna smell it from the inside of the vehicle and the outside of the vehicle. If you have that problem, the most common oil leak that you may get is a oil cover gasket or your valve cover gasket, whichever one that you want to call it. But that means that's an easy fix. That means you got to take the valve cover gasket off. You just take it to your local mechanic or your local dealership and be like, yo, I smell oil burning in my vehicle and outside of the vehicle, and they'll know what you're talking about. The next one is a knocking and clunking sound. That sounds like this. That means you have no oil in your vehicle, and that means your engine is no coming back from your engine, and you may be able to come back. There's a slim to none chance of coming back from that. That means if you pay close attention to your engine when you're driving it and you just heard it, and that means you need to take yourself to a local auto zone and put some oil in there. But if you've been hearing the sound, yes, that means there's no coming back from this engine. That engine is done for. So yeah. The next part is your engine overheating. So you're probably like, hold up, Artofspeedd, why is my engine overheating? If I got good antifreeze and coolant in my vehicle, why is it overheating? All right, so the reason why it's overheating is because of the radiator and fans is cooling everything else in the engine. But another part of the engine where the oil is actually cooling the vehicle off itself. So the oil actually do a lot of things. So in this case, you have no oil in the engine. That means the frictions from the piston rings and the cylinders is going up and down where it's no oil. So that means you actually have no oil in the vehicle, and sometimes your timing can change. It's in there lubricating the engine. So the engine actually, the oil actually lubricate the engine. But if there's no lubrication, everything is like friction. What happened? You're starting to get a little hot. So guess what? The engine's starting to overheat. So you may start seeing white smoke blowing out the tailgate. And if that's the case, or you start seeing smoke coming from the engine, that means pull your vehicle over real quickly. And 9 times out of 10, your antifreeze does not actually have nothing to do with it. This is, you have no oil in your vehicle. But if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you're not part of the Artofspeedd family, go ahead and subscribe button. And yo, welcome to the family. I look forward to seeing you next video. Cool.